I probably got about 2 more what's your favorite colors in me, and after that I'm the fuck done. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. This video is actually very long overdue. This is an updated life update, yeah, updated life update video. So I'm pretty much going to be chatting about some of my, I guess, experiences from about late last year up until now, for the most part. I'm trying to think like if there's anything else I need to include in like the intro part of this. Like I said, I'm going to be doing my makeup throughout this video. I'm not going to like heavily focus on the makeup part of it. I'll of course include all of the stuff that I use down below in the description box. I think that's it, so let's get started. The funny thing with these videos is that I never know exactly where to start. So what I did was I did ask on Instagram, for the most part, just like if there was anything that people wanted me to touch on in particular, you know, to talk about, whatever the case may be, to just let me know, drop me some kind of info. I already have an idea, or had an idea as to what I wanted to include in this video, just because, I mean, it is what it is. One of the things I definitely wanted, sorry I got a fuzz, wanted to make note of was that it is now December. I am well over, at this point, a year post breakup. That first year was legit a doozy. It was probably one of the roughest things I have experienced thus far. Partly because the person that I was with, I legit thought was my person. And, sorry, it's like, he was legit like the male version of me, which is part of the reason, like I said, why I thought he was my person. Like, I'm like, holy shit, I'm looking, it's a mirror, like I'm looking at myself. It didn't work out, clearly. But 1 year post breakup, we broke up around late August, early September. So I'll say like September 1st, I think, was like our final like real conversation about what was happening with the relationship. And sorry, I'm just trying to like figure out where I'm moving to next. We had our final conversation. That was September 1st of last year. I really didn't get over the relationship until like May or June of this year, which is fucking insane. But that's legit what it does to you. We were together for a little over 3 years. I don't hate that man. I have no ill will towards him. I still don't like what he did in the end, like how everything came about. But you know, you live and you learn. It is what it is. I'm not holding it against him. But yeah, like I said, like that first year was just rough. It was just rough. And I feel like I took it the hardest, partly because of what the final conversation came down to. Basically, there were issues, I will say, regarding like my career choice and things like that. And for me, it's like I can take a lot of stuff, I can deal with a lot, but I feel like that's one thing that really strikes a chord with me, partly because what I'm doing is not easy. It's also not by the book. So like a lot of people automatically assume, like, you know, especially with me, I did not think this would be my career path or like an option for me. Like nobody really thought about this when Instagram and like everything was coming about. It initially was just like a way to keep in touch with friends, and that was pretty much it. Campus events, campus life, stuff like that. But sorry, give me a second. Like I didn't see this as a career option for myself. So like I said, with what I'm doing, it's not easy. I'm always transparent about what I'm doing and what I want to do, just so that there is no confusion later, no issues. You can't say like, oh, you never said. No, I told you. Whether or not you were listening or you believe me, that part is on you. Also, because I'm the type of person where it's like when I am with someone, I want my partner to be happy. So whatever it is that floats your boat, makes you happy, makes you feel great about whatever it is you're doing on this here earth, I want that for you. Partly because we all have our own stories to write outside of the relationship, correct? So why the hell am I going to sit up here and try to dictate what your story should read or sound like? It doesn't work. So that was like one of the main things that came up. But like I said, I didn't get over it officially until like May, June. And part of that was after I took like my first solo vacation, and I just really had time to sit and be by myself and think. And that can always go one of two ways. When you have too much time to think, especially when you're in a situation or a space where you're by yourself, a lot of times I feel like you end up thinking about the worst. I feel like you end up thinking about the worst, or you just start like overthinking or like over processing or whatever that kind of case may be. But I just really felt like I really had time to be left alone and to like really get out of my head kind of situation. I was on my own time. I did what I wanted to do when I wanted to do it. I really wasn't supposed to work, but I ended up working while I was on vacation. This is all this year, by the way. When I was on vacation, I just really needed that time to myself. Like, that's really what it came down to. It was just like a rough time for me, really trying to get over the relationship, but also dealing with like a lot of the issues that I was dealing with on my own time. So like around that time, especially, I went on vacation in May. So like around that time, I was just really feeling down about work. I just really wasn't happy, and I was having a lot of issues on Instagram or with Instagram. Stuff that I was posting wasn't getting seen. I was bringing in 500-600 likes, and I'm just like, this can't be real life. I have a platform of over 50K. Why the hell am I only seeing 500 or 600 likes? Like, that shit sounds crazy. Like, it sounds crazy. And I was really feeling like, oh my God, like, what is happening? And I really started, you know, feeling really sad about it. So I took myself on vacation to get away, to get out of my own head, to, you know, take a break, refresh, refocus, feel good. If I'm in sun, I feel amazing. Like, I love hot weather. I love warm weather. This weather that we got now is absolutely fucking trash. Like, I hate cold. Cold weather, snow, all of that, absolutely garbage, throw it away. But like, I really had to do something for myself, and going on vacation was something that I did for myself. I had a chance to think about the stuff that had happened, transpired, not only with the relationship, but some of my friendships as well. And I really had time to think and be by myself and just really feel whatever it was that I was feeling at that time. But I promise you that when I came back, I was over the relationship. Completely over it. And like I said, we broke up in September. So September 1st, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. May would make 8 months. June, 9. The fact that I broke up with someone in September and it took me 8 to 9 months to get over it, that's how you know that shit was rough. 8 to 9 months to get over it. And the funny thing is, like, I saw him one time since we broken up, and we were at a friend's baby shower, and I was uncomfortable the whole time I was there. I never wanted to get up and leave an event so bad in my life. I really just wanted to go home. I just felt mad uncomfortable being there. He didn't say anything to me. I didn't say anything to him. A couple of his friends did speak. And I feel like it's just, you know, out of respect. I mean, we had been together for, like I said, 3+ years. So as friends to speak or whatever. And I pretty much had to talk myself through that whole situation. Like, oh, you got this, you doing fine, you good, whatever, whatever, whatever. The next day, I was a fucking mess. I stayed in bed all day and cried. And cried. And part of it was just because at that point, that was my first time seeing him, and it felt like somebody had ripped the Band-Aid off. So that was like one of the things. But it's like, I'm fine now. I'm good. There are things that I miss about being in relationships, and I will flat out tell you, I am a relationship person. I don't like dating. Dating years ago was ghetto. It's absolutely fucking ghetto now. It's trash. But one thing I won't do is stay in a situation or settle. That's one thing I won't do, especially when I know that the shit is not working. It just does not make sense. It's not good for me. It's not good for the other person. And it's really just time to pack it up and go. So like I said, there are things that I miss about being in a relationship. And I notice those things, especially like more so at night. I'm used to having someone that I can talk to at nighttime just to like, I guess like unload about like how my day was, what am I feeling right now, how, you know, that kind of situation. Just like, I miss the intimacy of it. I miss the intimacy of it. That's like the biggest part for me. I want to be able to tell somebody like my fears and like the shit that I think about. I want to talk about the fucking universe and whatever else. Those are the things that I miss. Sometimes I do miss getting cute and going out on a date. I'm not gonna lie, I miss that too. There's a few things that I miss about it, but it's like what that was is now it's the past. So it's like we just have to keep moving forward. We press forward at this point. Trying to think. I know like people were asking me how is dating in New York City. I hate it so much. Oh my god, I hate it so much. Like, part of it is like people just be out here playing games. I don't have time for that. I'm very straightforward about what I want, what I'm doing. So it's either we on the same page or we're not. And I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm okay with not being on the same page. It just means that you're not the person for me. Simple. But the thing is, it's like there is nothing like a New York dude. Nothing like it. So that's where I have my dilemma, because I want a New York man so bad. Like, I want a New York man so bad. You guys don't get it. Like, y'all really don't get it. New York men, different. It's the way that they walk, the way that they talk, the air that they carry themselves with, the aura. It's like, oh my god. But I'm very New York. Like, I'm a very New York woman. So it's like, I need someone that's going to be able to keep up, who's going to be able to match the shit that I'm on, the stuff that I'm trying to do, and who gets it. Like, and I just feel like nobody's gonna understand me or feel me like a New York dude. Nobody. What I've also learned is that dating for me, especially, I feel like, is a lot harder. I'm not a celebrity, but I feel that because of what I do, I feel like the circles that I'm in, the places I go to hang out, where I party at, the amount of people that I know just increases, I feel like, each event. I meet somebody new. Oh, this is my friend so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. Oh, we see you out at these parties. Or, you know, we notice you hang out with so-and-so. And it's just like this, the degrees of separation just get smaller. So that's one thing that I don't like about it. But also, it's certain things that I want and certain things that I look for in a partner. And now, after my last relationship, some of those wants and needs have changed. Aside from like it being the last relationship, some of the wants and needs have changed, but you also have to remember I'm older now. So things that I was looking for before, I still might look for them, but they might not be as high on the list. But there are things that I want more than others. I want someone who's very understanding, supportive of what I'm doing, where I'm currently at, but also where I'm trying to go. I want someone that's going to understand, like, hey, I can't see you today at 5 or 6 o'clock because I either have an event, 3 events that I'm going to, or I have a meeting, or I have a dinner, or I have work to catch up on, and they're not having a fucking conniption. Like, there are things like that that I'm looking for. I honestly would prefer a man that's a creative at this point, an entrepreneur, partly because he's also gonna get it. But there's things that also come with that as well. So it's like, I need someone that's going to be able to match it. I appreciate people that just be starting out and whatever, but I want a big dog. I want a big dog. And I say that because it's like, that's someone who knows what they're doing, knows where they're trying to go, pretty much like on the same wavelength as me, knows where they're trying to go, knows what they're doing, what their goals, what their visions are, and how they're gonna go about achieving those things. Dating in New York City, it's fun, and I've gone on a couple of dates that were really cool. Things just didn't work out. Part of it is like I said, there are certain things that I look for, certain things that I need. One thing I always mention is that I want a man who I feel 100% secure with. And when I say feel secure, it's like, I need to know that if somebody approaches this situation incorrectly, I need to know that you could defend me, that you could defend us. I want to feel secure. I want to feel safe. I want to feel like if I come to you about something, you're going to listen to what I'm saying and not say like, oh, you're overreacting. No. I'm coming to you because this is how I feel. This is why you made me feel that way. And I want you to fix it. Not, oh, you're bugging right now. That is the quickest way to send me over the edge. And what also happens when you do that, I shut down. Because the way I see it is that I should be able to come to you as my partner and say, hi, I did not like this. And you say, all right, I'm gonna fix it. Not, hey, I didn't like this, and your response is, well, I don't know what to tell you, or it's not that deep. Because now I feel like you're not taking my feelings into consideration. And clearly, I'm coming to you and I'm saying, hey, this hurt me, or this hurt my feelings, or whatever, because it did. So, and I'm not the type to like, I don't nag, I don't do none of that shit. I say something one time, and if I get a negative response, I'll never bring it up again. Part of it, I think that's also, it's a bad habit to have. But my thing is that I want to be heard. I want to be understood. I want to be felt. I'm not asking for someone to be perfect. Nobody is perfect. But I want you to understand and listen to me and hear where I'm coming from. I want you to say, like, you know, babe, I got it. I hear you. I feel you. I understand. I'll, you know, make sure I don't do that again. Or I'll make sure that this doesn't happen. Or, you know, I'll approach it differently next time. Perfect. That's all I need. When I'm coming to you, whether it's late at night or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm like, yo, I got an idea. Can you tell me what you think about this? Or if I need a fucking pep talk, and I'm like, yo, I can't do this shit. And you be like, you can't do what? You've been doing X, Y, and Z. So I need that boost. Like, boost me. Like, I need you to be able to come through and be like, you're bugging right now. I don't know what your issue is. Maybe you need to go sit down, take a nap. Stop, you know, stop working for a second. Get your mind right, get your thoughts together, and go back to it. But we not gonna quit this shit. That's what I need. That's what I want. And I want someone that's gonna be able to, you know, hold me down. Because the thing is, if I'm willing to do that for my partner, I want the same thing in return. I feel like it's only right. It's only right. I am asking you for what I can deliver on my end. And if you cannot meet me where I'm at, are you either willing to learn, or are you stepping aside so that I could find someone to do that? Which one is it gonna be? I love New York dudes, nothing like them. So I'm really hoping that next year, I'm putting it into the universe. Next year, I am hoping to find my person or someone for me. I would love to find love in 2020. As much as I love talking to my friends, I don't want to be talking to y'all at the end of the night, at the end of the day. Like, I love my friends. They are some of the most amazing people. But I don't want to talk to y'all at like 11, 12 o'clock at night. I don't. And I'm entitled to feel that way. Depending on, of course, like what the circumstance or the situation is. But I don't want to talk to y'all at that hour. I want to talk to a man. My man, preferably, at that hour. So I'm hoping that God hears me and he's gonna bring me a New York man that is everything that I want and need in a partner. And like, it's funny that I say I want a creative man, just because I feel like that's one that's gonna understand me, understand the struggle, understand what I'm going through. And one of my friends is like, sis, I really don't think you need a creative man. And I'm like, why? He's like, nah, you need somebody that's established, that got their shit together. And I'm like, don't do that. He was like, nah, because a lot of these creative dudes out here, they not on the same shit that you on. I'm like, I know, that's why God gotta send me one that is. So, I mean, I'm open to anything at this point. I would, like I said, prefer a creative and entrepreneur, but if you are 9-to-5-er but you understand my hustle and you respect it, come on over, baby. Come. Dating in New York City is trash, but I haven't given up yet. That's that on that. So I guess that also answers. Ooh, I kid y'all not, I really construct my best brows when I'm sitting down using a handheld compact mirror. It makes no sense, but I do. So I guess that answers one of the questions that my friend actually asked me on Instagram. Am I ready to date? And the answer is yes, I am ready. I'm ready. I feel like over the last couple of months, especially, I've gotten closer to what I want in a partner. Just like uncovering it, what I like, what I don't like. Like, I run into a lot of men, and whether they're like, sorry, my brows look really good right now, whether they're like friends of friends or whatever the case is, it's like I'm just learning or coming into contact with what I want, what I don't want, what I like, what I don't like, what I can tolerate, and what I absolutely cannot tolerate. I probably got about 2 more what's your favorite colors in me, and after that, I'm the fuck done. Career wise, let's get into that as well. I know y'all was waiting for the relationship stuff, so like, I know y'all mad fake, but let's get into this relationship stuff quickly. I mean, career stuff. Career wise, this has been a crazy year. Like, last year when I ended, I honestly, it was bad. Like, I couldn't even buy Christmas gifts. That's how bad the year was. I was just like emotionally drained, financially drained. I had a lot of big bills and stuff that came in like throughout the year that kind of just like wiped me out. Trademarks, lawyer fees, and a couple other things. Lawyer fees with the trademarks and stuff like that. So last year, especially like around this time, it was just a really low year. 2018 was probably one of the worst years I've had in a minute. The relationship stuff, work, just like a lot. It was a lot. It was just very emotionally taxing, emotionally draining. Like, it was bad all around. I hated 2018, and I could not wait for it to end. I couldn't wait. And like, I've never wanted a year to end so fucking bad. 2018 was that year. So like this year, it started off a little slow. It was a little rough. But when this year picked up, sis came in and I was just like, oh, this is what we're doing. Like, this was probably one of my best years career-wise. And I'm really just trying to ride that momentum to take me into next year. But this year was just fucking insane. Like, the Revlon campaign for Halloween. 2 years in a row doing a Halloween campaign that's in stores and digital. The crazy thing about this campaign in particular was the fact that this wasn't shot on Revlon's time. This was legit me and my friend blends. It was just us. This was like it was like a 12-hour shift. A 12-hour shift day. Me and him, studio, food, and working. That was it. And the great thing about it is, like, we were able to bounce off like some other ideas and stuff that we had in mind, and things that we wanted to do, and things that we want to see come to fruition or whatever, things that we're working on together. But the fact that my friend shot that campaign and it was in Walmarts across the US, fucking insane. That was one of the crazy things about this year. I applied to get into the Sephora squad. Unfortunately, we didn't make it. I took that really hard, and part of it was because, like, I felt like I got to the semifinals. I was like, I got this shit. You could not tell me that I did not have that. And when we got the feedback and my name wasn't there, I took that shit really hard. Like, I probably cried about that for like a week. And it's like, people don't understand. It's like, some people be like, oh, just do it next year. And I'm just like, sometimes it's like, when you're in the moment of doing something, you're not thinking about, oh, I'll just do it next year. No, I want this shit now. Like, this was mine. So the fact that I didn't get that, I took it really hard. And like I said, I probably cried about it for like over a week or so. I didn't get that, but I got into the Samsung squad. So I do like some on and off things here and there with Samsung events, mixers, like kind of situations, and trying to figure out like what the next steps are, how I can help them and how they can help me. So that was like the silver lining. I'm trying to think what else. Just like some of the relationships that I built this year, getting in contact with Foot Locker, getting in contact with Nike. Like, those things really made my year. When I got invited to a Nike dinner, yo, so many things that came from this year. And it's like, I sit down and I think about it like, yo, like, these were things that these were seeds that I was planting last year or the year before, and now they're coming to life. That's really fucking insane. Like, I'm trying not to cry about it, but it's just like, when you had a rough year like I had in 2018, sorry, and to now see like things that you had hoped for, things that you had prayed about, things that you had worked for coming to fruition, that shit feels good. Like, people that I didn't know a year ago are now like some of the closest people to me. Just like so many moments this year were just like insane. Woo, I'm trying not to cry. My lashes fell off. And I'm not trying to mess up this beat because we have things to do today. But just so many great moments, so many great moments. Like, I take none of this for granted. None of it. I've encountered entitled people who, I understand, like, you know, you be humble. And then sometimes you gotta remind people, like, yo, like, I'm really out here moving and shaking, but I feel like there's a way to do that without being nasty and without coming off as entitled. I say thank you for everything. People that I meet, you know, at these brand events and stuff like that, I send them messages just like, you know, hey, how are you? Can we catch up soon? And it's not even like, hey, yeah, let me find out what y'all have coming up. It's legit like, how are you? Can we touch base? I haven't seen you. What's going on? Are you okay? I saw your social media post. Was like, that's what I be doing. Building my relationships, working on my relationships, because that's how you maintain the relationships. Sending your PR people, hey, I hope you're well, let's get together soon, for drinks, just to catch up, talk about how the year has been, talk about how you've been. I see that you've been doing amazing things, let's talk about it. How are you feeling about it? That's how you maintain your relationships. That's how you create your relationships. That's how you maintain them. I have one relationship that I built this year. Aside from like the work stuff, we play Connect 4. We talk shit. Like, it'll be like, they'll be having a work event. He's like, oh, come through. Oh, we doing happy hour, come through. Oh, I'm at this spot, let's hang out, let's link. But like, that's what you have to do. You maintain your relationships. I think, like, I was just so grateful for this year because of the fucking nightmare of a year that I had last year. I had some really good moments last year as well, but when shit was bad, it was bad. I honestly can't even remember the last time I had a year that wild. That's how bad it was. It was terrible. It was terrible. I hated it. 2018 was just like a shit show. And to recover and have the year that I had this year, thanks be to God, because there's no way I could have did this shit. No way. Like, God really held it down. Held it all the way down. People that I thought were gonna be there, nowhere to be found. People that I didn't know, appreciate them more than they know. Even friendships that I have had, and it's like, maybe we didn't like, maybe we haven't really hung out, or it's like, you know, I see you once in a while, I see you and I see you. Those kinds of friendships I worked on a lot. So like, friends that I might have grown up with, and I'm like, damn, I don't really hang out with her, I only see her once in a blue moon, I talk to her on social media. Let's go out, let's go have drinks, let's go do something, like let's go have dinner, like let's talk. I have relationships like that. Relationships that I had, I worked on, I developed. are now people that I talk to every day, are now people that I like, if they were to disappear, I would have a fucking conniption. I would lose my shit. I would just lose my shit. They've now become the people that I don't want to say I can't function without, but I don't want to be without. Because they've done so much for my well-being. How like, the way that they make me feel. Like, those are the people that I appreciate. And I want them around. I need them around. New friendships, same thing. People that I did not know a year ago, or people that I just met a couple months ago, have become some of my truly favorite people. It's insane how life works. I went through hell last year, hell with that breakup, and I got so much out of it this year. So much out of it. This year was just fucking amazing. Work was amazing. A lot of things that I wanted to do, I did. 2019 was just like an amazing year. I'm grateful and thankful I made it through. So that's one thing I definitely wanted to mention. When you feel like shit is getting hard, trust and believe that God is really bringing you through some shit. Like, there were so many times I was like, yo, like, what is happening? And I would just feel drained, and I would just feel exhausted and tired. And when I got on the other side, it legit was, I was growing through the pain, growing through it. I've had a lot of growth this year. My friendships, myself, a shit ton of personal growth. How I deal with people, how I interact with people, how I move in certain situations, how I move in business, how I move in intimate relationships and things like that. Just so much growth. Like, God really brought me through. So for that, I'm forever grateful. Oh, someone did ask me if I could time travel, where would I go? Honestly, I'd probably take my ass right the fuck back to 1991, 1992. I ain't had no bills, no responsibilities. I napped when I wanted to. Someone fed me, changed my diapers and my clothes. I did not have to buy clothes, pay a bill. So yeah, it would take me right back, right the fuck to 2 years of age. All right, guys, so that's pretty much it for this updated life date video. Updated life update video. There we go. Boom. So I really hope that you all enjoyed this little tea session for the most part. Like I said, 2018 was insane. I hated it. I really can't be any more frank than that. I hated 2018, but 2019 was just much needed after the year of hell that I had in 2018. And I'm just looking forward to seeing what 2020 has in store for your girl. So thanks so much for all of your support. I really appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys very soon.